everybody, this is Alex, also known as Solonus Dracone. With me as usual is Rambler81. Hello, Rambler.
Good day, everybody. Let's do something about the reception on these boxes. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, what's with that flicker? Come on. Focus! Alright, so now is the time where we go after the X-Hunters. Once you have completed the first two Maverick bosses, then the X-Hunters are on the map, and you have a limited amount of time, and by time I mean you have a limited amount of stage attempts, in order to actually win. If you fail to kill even one of the X-Hunters, if you fail to defeat them, then you will not get any of the Zero parts, they will still Zero's parts, and you'll have to deal with Zero later on. So, at this point, we are locked into this, okay? We are completely locked into this. We have to fight and kill these X-Hunters, all other priorities go to the wayside. Fortunately, as in contrast to what people think about the X-Hunters, their placement is not random. Without even having to look, I know that Serges is going to be in the Stag stage, and after I do that, then Violin is going to be in the Moth stage, and then after I do that, Agile is going to be in the Centipede stage. Guarantee, promise, promise, there is no randomness to this. It does depend which two bosses you defeat first, that determines their initial loading points and where they go from there, but it is not random.
Oh no, they planned around the plan, which is planning around our plan!
Exactly. So, since the next boss in line is going to be the one affected the most by the Bubble Splash, which I just got, that's where we're going first. And really, this is going to be the sort of thing where I'm just going through and clearing out every stage, because it's the logical order. It's the logical order that you would go through on this. So let's start off by getting the E-Tank. This guy right here only spawns onto the map if there is this particular barrier to break. If he breaks that barrier, he will be destroyed. You don't want to destroy him. So just go ahead and ride him up a little bit there. And there's your E-Tank. Now let's start taking bets on if I'm going to fuck up getting the heart container, because I don't know if you recall where in this stage the heart container is, but there's some very, very big precision going on here. So let's see if I can do this.
Well, you got the jump boots, so you really don't have an excuse on this.
Yeah, but sometimes, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, sometimes you can misjudge your jump. Sometimes you hit the buttons in the wrong order. But I got what I came to get. Now, it would also be very nice if I managed to fill up my E-Tank a little bit here. But I'm not going to consider that, you know, a do-or-die priority. It would be great to fill up the E-Tank, but I'm not going to... It's not going to be the end of the world. So, also, in every stage, okay, any stage, one of the X-Hunters could appear, and you have to find their secret door. This is where it is in the Flamestag stage. And I'm going to try, when I go back through each of the other stages, to point out where the other one's doors are, just in case you guys have a little bit of a different way of doing it. But let's fight Serges. And the reason I did not get the arm upgrade is because Serges is a bitch if you get the arm upgrade.
Look at my cloak, I'm Batman!
Yeah.
I am Serges, and I cannot allow you to stop the unification! It is for the good of all! I mean, particularly us, but, you know,
yeah,
most
exactly.
And for the betterment of some others, so
like
all.
his weird little Cossack hat and all that. So Serges is a bitch for all sorts of reasons, okay? This guy is the fucking worst. I hate this guy so much. He's gonna lay mines across the room, he's gonna be flipping about, shooting just radiating fucking sparks everywhere, and the piece de resistance is that he's got a little shield on his platform that pops up when you press the fire button. That right there, that one thing right there, is why I do not like to get the arm upgrade before I fight this guy. When you release for a charged shot, then the shield will not activate and you're pretty much guaranteed to hit him if he's on the plane. If, however, you have the arm upgrade and you have the double shot, then the second time you shoot, unless he's up in the air, which is tough as hell to hit, it's very tough to nail that shot, then it's going to be lost, and you got to take more time to charge it up. So it's just a lot more convenient not to get the arm upgrade here. So as you can see, it is not when you are shooting a shot at him, but when you press the fire button that the shield comes up. Now, I'm actually curious about something. I'm going to see something here. Okay, this guy's bullets do not exactly, they don't exactly hurt all that much. They don't do enough to charge up. And watch your timing too, because I'm in the habit of, as soon as I release the button, I immediately begin charging again. So be careful about how you time it, because you can hit the button with enough time for that shield to come up and block your shot in the first place. So as you can see, it's not that hard if you're just mindful of what he does. And apparently, the mines also hurt. Or the mines are also filling it up. You hear that little weep sound.
You have merely delayed the inevitable. We will meet again.
And we will, too. You got 0 parts number 1. We will meet again, actually. Because if you defeat the Maverick Hunters, then that actually changes what the bosses of the final stages will be. Now, I don't know if you have to defeat all 3 to get that, but, you know, I know that if you do defeat all 3, that is what you get, is that every boss stage's boss will actually change. This is a very dangerous spot, and this is kind of why I wanted to have my E-Tank charged up. It's because these Skavoils, these goddamn squirrels, they can mess you up. Like, you know, those others, we could just basically get out of the way, but that one you have no choice, you're gonna have to face tank that. And it's time to fight the Flame Stag.
So is Flame Stag best pony?
No, he's not even a pony.
Oh.
He doesn't even really have antlers. Alright, so when you start off the Flame Stag fight, he is going to do the exact same thing. Leap up to the left, leap, blah, 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 come back down, he's going to land about there. Do a little jump, just as you see him winding up, and basically bully him into a corner. This is only made marginally easier if you have the arm upgrade and can just do the bubble shield. That way you don't have to, you know, time your shots, but honestly, what kind of a scrub are you if you can't just do this? And that's it. Flame Stag trivialized. Poor guy. He never even got the chance to go blue.
Not much of a stag, is he?
No. No. Bambi would be disappointed in this guy. So we got... Speedburner! Speedburner. Sounds like a druggie's name. Alright, so as predicted, the next stage I want to go to, Morph Moth, that is where Violin will be. And this is where I would really love to have a full E-Tank, because Violin can be a tough-ass fight. He just does a lot of damage. And having the arm upgrade would really be awesome for this guy, because that's honestly, truly his biggest weakness is the double shot. But we can manage just fine, and the first time you face him, he will be weak to the bubble splash, so we're going to be doing that. By the way, the heart in this stage is located up there, but it's impossible to actually get unless you have defeated Crystal Snail. So don't bother. Okay, good. That's what I want to see. I want to see those E-Tanks dropping. I want to see those energies dropping. And now is, of course, the time where I'm more than happy to collect 1-ups. I am
Something
more
like
than
that
happy
pointed out to me.
What?
Something like that pointed out to me like a couple of months ago that kind of blew my mind is like those guys on the ground before that trembling with head with those little nets on the side and everything and made a big wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone actually pointed out those are actually made up of enemies from Megaman X1. So in a junkyard now, all kind of congealed together. It's kind of frightening, actually.
Cool. Alright, so for this guy, Bubble Splash is going to be amazing. It's a very useful weapon, Bubble Splash. You think, it's just a bunch of bubbles, fucking bubbles, but it's actually very effective because each bubble has about the strength of one of your shots, but the rapid fire nature with which they hit. Oh god, this guy. Okay, normally I can take him out a bit quicker, but ooh, well. But yeah, it worked out.
I recall telling someone how awesome the bubble gun was in Cave Story. And I was like, and they're like, oh, you're joking, right? I was like, no, you never leveled that thing up to level 3, have you?
No. And when you get to level 3, that thing is a beast. So I went down there to grab those E-tanks so I can have... I say E-tanks, to grab those life ups so that I can get a little bit more on the E-tank there. So this right here is where Violin will be.
I shall crush you like I... Oh, okay, I forgot what I was going to say.
Tin Can. Sorry, I didn't realize he would be so taciturn. That fucking Wrecking Ball, that Miley Cyrus-ass Wrecking Ball is what you really want to be careful of. That's why I wanted desperately to get some charge there.
You know, I wasn't going to bring up Miley Cyrus because that was below me, so, you know, thanks for taking that hit.
Dude, you know I will do everything that is beneath you.
I've taken that several times.
Yep.
Wasn't sure you're going to make that one.
I got it.
It cannot be! Now the unification is in jeopardy!
I'll take get fucked for 1,000, Alex. And I think I've got enough of the bubble to make my next encounter with a junk bot go as planned. And if you had trouble with that fight and are a little bit low on health, you got a couple of wonderful little health ups here. They'll get you close enough to top up. But you'd think, oh man, oh no, that is not a death pit. I wish that was a death pit. That would have made my first trip here a lot easier. But like I said, there's just no death pits in this stage. Now, who told you that these guys are made up of parts from other games, from Mega Man X1? Oh, that's something.
Yeah. I mean, I do
these little fuckers.
Go take a second look, but I'm pretty sure it's
these little fuckers. You do not want to let them land on you. They will. They're just annoying, really, is what they are. They will start making you jump around or dash a bunch or what have you. The pink ones are obviously tougher. Oh, these guys are just being generous. Dropping all sorts of shit. Believe it or not, you actually take less damage from touching that thing, from touching that, like, cannon bot, than you do from his cannonballs. And here's another thing I wanted to point out. I'm just going to pause this for a second. You kind of hear that music going on in the background, which is what happens when every boss appears. I'm going to point out that Morph Moth is the shortest one of those. He has the shortest intro. Just drops out of the ceiling on a thread. The longest one is Crystal Snail. He takes for fucking ever. And I don't know about Morph Moth. I feel like they missed a little bit of a beat with him, because fully half of this fight is just with him in that little bug form. That little cocoon form. And then he turns into, like, his real super powerful form and all that. And he's just not even... He's not even that good, first off. But he only gets, like, a couple hits in this stage, and I'm like, is he really all that hard? Is he really all that hard to justify the short amount of time you actually see the moth portion of Morph Moth? I think that's probably the only beat they missed on this one, is making Morph Moth that much of a fucking joke. Not gonna agree or disagree with me? You don't always have something to say, do you?
Yeah, not really to add to that one, really. It is a very unique boss in having two very different forms as such.
Yeah. You got Silk Shot, which is actually more useful than you think.
Kind of tends to be the running theme of a lot of these weapons, don't it?
Yep. Alright, and the final one is going to be Agile. And he's going to be in the central computer stage. I fucking hate the central computer stage. I'll just put that right out there. I fucking hate this stage, but then again, I fucking love it. So, yeah, the two things that you find here is going to be a heart container, as always, and there's also going to be an E-tank. And to get those, you only get one shot per. I mean, you can die again and start over the stage, but you only get one shot per. So here's how you basically get those. The trick is not to get seen by those lights. The moment you get seen by those lights, shit starts to happen. Now, you can get spotted by like one or two of these lights early on and still be able to make it, but this is the final light. If you get seen by this particular light right here in front of me, then you've screwed over your chance to get the heart, and you have to start over. Now, this one is tough. What you do is you come up to about where my foot currently is, wait for it to be away, and do a dash. If you hit any one of those before this point, this little bugger right here would have dropped down, and you would have missed your chance. So, sometimes you have to fiddle with it just to get up here, but the idea is get up here.
I think you actually need to be charged.
Nope.
Oh, you can do that too.
Yeah. Okay. So that's done. Now the next one is going to be a little rough. You can still get the next one even if you've hit one of the alarms, but I don't recommend it. Whew, that one almost didn't pay off.
I almost predicted you're going to die there.
Ah! I hate this shit.
That's the one that gets you? That one?
It is. I'm sorry, it is. And I know I'm putting the unification in jeopardy. Oh well, at least I'm not worried anymore about hitting those lights. I don't give a damn now.
Yeah, show the fuck what happens.
Yep. It makes things drop. I really should just be letting these things completely drop, but I don't know.
Well, you want to put on a show, don't you?
Exactly. That's how that should have gone. Alright, now this one is important. It's not going to drop right away. And boom. There you go. Alright, now, prep for mid-boss.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if the Game Boy Color version of the stage had those moving blocks. I know they replaced this boss at least.
Wait, there was a Game Boy Color version of this?
You never played Megaman Extreme?
No.
We'll discuss this later.
What do I look like, a handheld gamer?
Well...
What?
You see your experience is, like, incomplete?
Yes. Alright, so, Bubble Shot, probably the easiest way to get rid of that guy. Ooh, extra life. We'll take. Okay, now here's a mechanic. There's gonna be a bunch of those lights down here. And, if you get seen by any of the lights, well, it's not gonna stop what's about to happen, but if you do get seen by any of the lights, then it's just a little bit worse. It becomes worse. Okay, it's worse. So you got these falling blocks in this room. They will be falling way faster if you get seen by those fuckers. Also, you see that little targeting reticle that's trying to find me? I don't want it to find me. I don't want it to. I'm gonna skip that. And I'll explain why in a minute. But now it's time for Agile. Now, you say this guy gives you the most trouble of all of them, right?
Don't recall this one personally.
You said Agile gave you problems. I'm gonna beast this.
Oh, sorry, Agile the boss. You're right, sorry. I was thinking it was the other boss would be, well, we're just gonna interact.
The Wrecking Ball. Welcome, X. Your destruction is at hand. I'm basically gonna destroy this fucker.
I know he's probably got a very basic pattern, but I don't know. When I was young, he always wrecked me. Oh, look at that, you're leading him into those shots. Bravo, you.
That's how you do it, and he's probably gonna do a couple crossovers, like right there. Whoop! Okay, that one I wasn't gonna avoid, but as you can see, it's not the end of the world. He's quite possibly the very easiest one, because he does so little damage, and he is just so easily janked. Oops. You know, I'm gonna say this about his sword. Chrono did it better. I may have failed, but you will never live to see zero. Actually, bro, I just won. I just beat you fuckers' game. You got zero part number 3. Sweet. So, as you can tell, in my menu, there's all 3 zero parts. You see them all, don't you? There's the head, there's the body, there's the legs. So, the X-Hunters are now no longer a problem, no longer a threat, no longer a concern. And now for why I wanted to avoid those targeting reticules. This boss right here, for each of the targeting reticules that has actually hit you and managed to analyze you, will get slightly more powerful. They'll have new tricks, maybe a little bit more health, maybe a little bit more armor. But the point is, if you get hit by those reticules in that previous room, then yeah, he will get more powerful. Also, those falling blocks, if they manage to fall and cover up the entrance to Agile's little lair there, you're screwed. So that's why you gotta kind of dash across that stage. Now here's a spot that I could die, but I didn't. Gotta know how to handle that shit. And I'm gonna call Magna Centipede probably the trickiest boss of all of them.
He also has one of the most kind of almost pathetic depowerings of all the bosses.
Oh, indeed. Like, this guy is a monster if you don't get rid of his tail. If you leave his tail on, he will rob abilities from you. You won't be able to charge up, you won't be able to dash, you won't be able to do shit. But if you hit him with one silk shot, boom, you got rid of his fucking ponytail. Now, this is a boss you really have to be patient with. Because if he perceives that you're going to hit that, well, let me just show you. So, let's say he's going to appear in one of these corners. If I shoot at him, he just fucks off. It's almost uncanny how quickly he predicts it. So you want to wait just a split second, and then just sort of aim towards the corners of the room. Because the silk shot will bust up. See, look at that shit. It will bust up and shoot in all 4 directions. You can easily waste your silk shot if you are a little bit too quick on the draw. You can easily run out of your ammo for this gun. So just be patient, let him fully appear. See? You fucking knew. I barely touched the button. See? I didn't even... He is that bad. I swear this game is reading your mind. But now he's fucked.
So it's sort of a slightly psycho mantis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I'm not bothering to switch to controller too. So that's Magna Centipede down.
It was kind of suspicious that a lot of the, the X-Hunters appeared in the same chain as the weakness anyways, or weakness chain anyways.
Exactly. You got Magnet Mine. And now...
Oh, well, you actually did it. I can try to reactivate Zero to help. I'll need more time. Before you can reinstall his control chip, try to slow them down. Oh, you killed him already. Oh, yeah. Well, good luck.
The best luck is not having to worry about it at all. And there you go. So I'm going to call that a part. I want to thank everybody for watching. Once again, I am Alex, also known as Solinus Dracone. With me has been Rambler81. Goodbye, Rambler.
Good day.
Bye.